tries to get Haney and does, as Steve Moriarty scores on the play, and the Elks take a 7-6 lead. As the left side of the infield was in, and Conway dove for the baseball and fielded it. But his only play was to get Haney, as Moriarty was off with the crack of the bat, and the Elks to come back with 2 here in the top of the third. And now they lead 7-6 as Jim Moriarty comes to the plate. As Jim Moriarty has been able to bat in the first 2 innings, a single, and he was hit by a pitch. And takes high as Sullivan. Has had a tough first 2 innings so far. A lot of people have been running on him. And his pitchers have not really been holding Elks base runners. 2-0.
Good up there now, Red.
They said this could be a game of where whoever is pitching settles down first wins. As Moriarty chases a high pitch and fouls it back, Sullivan chases, will not have a play as it hit the top of the screen.
Watch that, ready. All right, right ahead. Wipe it up, kid.
Two balls and 1 strike on Jim Moriarty. Moriarty swings and fouls one off as Hall was going on the play. And Moriarty a little bit upset with himself as Jack Hall returns to second, and the count evens at 2-2. For a baseball game, this has been one of the wilder ones that I can remember in the years that I've been doing it here on Dimension 36. As Moriarty skies one down the line in left field and way out of play as it heads towards the swing set behind the field. And the count remains 2-2 on Jim Moriarty. Two pitches on the fist as Sullivan comes back and makes the catch. Excellent pitch by Dick Reese to get Jim Moriarty, and 2 down and Ray Bresnahan to the plate. Bresnahan has walked both times. Last time he rode home on the Billy Buchanan triple. The Elks with the 7 runs only have 3 hits. They've been doing it with the base running. And the wildness of Cardinal pitchers Bernie Conway and Dick Reese. And I believe we have a balk on Dick Reese. As Reese did not come to the set, and Paul Verburge will come out to argue the point. And we're going to take a break. The Elks have retaken the lead at 7-6. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bresnahan as he takes one inside. Hall on third with 2 outs. And the Elks with 2 runs here in the third inning. 7-6 they lead as Bresnahan hits it in the air to right center field. Durso will end the Elks' third inning, but not before they get 2 runs to retake the lead after 2.5. Weymouth 7, North Andover 6. As it becomes North Andover's turn to see if they can answer the Weymouth offensive flurry here in the bottom of the third inning, as the Cardinals will send their 7, 8, 9 hitters to the plate against Tom Thurberg. Thurberg, for 2 innings, has allowed 6 runs on 6 hits. He has walked 3, struck out 1. As he looks to get himself rerouted.
That's it, Frankie.
One ball and no strikes is Buchanan and Thurberg both thought that they had the corner with that pitch. Thurberg has the mark on that pitch to even the count, and the plate umpire with a little bit of sarcasm on that strike call. As when he called it, he pointed it right at the Elks bench with his upright raised fist as Delaney fouls it bunt off. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Take him out of there, Tommy. Come on, JD. Come on, Jackie Delaney.
Delaney bent back, and I believe he got caught by the pitch. It grazed him. He's okay. And with the speed that Tommy Thurberg throws at, if he hits a batter, it is cause for concern. So Delaney on first, nobody out, and Jim Sullivan will step up to the plate. As Sullivan singled in 2 runs his first time. The Elks have had Mark Bresnahan up and throwing a couple of times, and looking over at the Elks bench, Bresnahan is stirring around and possibly getting ready as Thurberg gets in trouble again as Sullivan squares. Buchanan throws down, and the ball skipped to Conville as Conville blocked it nicely. As Sullivan with an 0-1 count. North Andover has spread their offense out, as has the Elks. And this game, normally you would associate the Elks with being the knockout-type team with the explosive bats, and maybe North Andover, the way they've shown the pitching, as Sullivan fouls the bunt back, as being more or less a counter-punching team. Instead, it has been the reverse. The Elks have taken the position of being the counter-puncher with the stolen bases and the walks, and getting their runs that way. 7 runs and 3 hits, and North Andover has had 3 extra base hits of their 6. As the pitch to Sullivan is high, 1-2 on Jim. One-two pitch, and Sullivan fouls it back. One-two pitch, Sullivan reaches for it and fouls it away, just getting a piece of it to hang tough. And Sullivan still hanging tough. As State Stand Mutual baseball, always exciting, and normally is not as wild as you've seen so far. Normally it's been good, tough pitching, as we try to emphasize in the beginning. Thurberg with a good move to drive Delaney back. So far, it's been an offensive show. Thurberg suspecting something with 3 straight throws over to keep Delaney close. The Elks, no matter who they play in their second game, are using Paul Cacciatore as their next pitcher in this State Sam Musial tournament, as to play either Easton or Lawrence. Right now, the task at hand is trying to subdue a North Andover team as got a lot of baseball left. It's skied in the air to shallow right field. Bresnahan fights the sun and makes the catch. As Ray Bresnahan had trouble with the sun and still stayed with the baseball to make the catch, as he still looks up and tries to adjust. As Delaney on first with 1 out, and Kamal Assar to the plate. Kamal single to center field to drive in Jack Delaney his first time. As Thurberg stepped off the mound, as Jim Moriarty had not been set in center field. 0-1 on Kamal. Thurberg pitches high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Change up high, 2-1.
1 strike.
2-1 pitch. Thurberg comes in sidearm and hits the outside corner, and Assad did not think so. And the count evens at 2-2. As Delaney goes, Assad strikes out. Buchanan throws and nobody was covering. As Delaney heads for third, Moriarty's throw is not in time. And a stolen base for Jack Delaney. And it's going to end up as an error on Billy Buchanan, and it shouldn't be. It's just an error of omission by either Jack Hall or Ray Bresnahan on who was supposed to cover second. So 2 outs. Delaney on third. And the top of the order in Bob Durso, who's 1 for 2 as Buchanan and Thurberg discuss matters. Thurberg fastball in there, 0-1. If Thurberg can retire Durso without Delaney scoring, it's the first time that either side has gone down without putting a run across the plate in the 3 innings. And will not have it as the wild pitch will bring home Delaney with a tying run, and it's 7-7. Thurberg's pitch skipped by Buchanan, and North Andover has come back to tie it up. We've had a wild one. 3-1. Three-two pitch will be coming up to Bob Durso as Bresnahan hurries down to warm up. Durso fouls it back just over our broadcast location. And we'll have the 3-2 pitch coming once again. Is high and Durso walks. So Thurberg has walked 4 batters and hit 1. As he tries to finish up this 3rd inning, and Jim Norwood to the plate. Norwood lays down the bunt. Buchanan, fair territory, who throws out Norwood, and that ends the North Andover 3rd inning as they get a run without the benefit of a hit. And after 3, 7-7. In the Elks' 4th inning, it'll be Billy Buchanan, the lead off, followed by Mike Conville and Joe Clancy. As Buchanan hits the first pitch in the air to right field, and Norwood makes the catch. Buchanan flying out on the first pitch to Jim Norwood. One down, and Mike Conville to the plate. Conville 0 for 1. One and 0 on Mike.
Doesn't go 9, does it? 9?
Conville hits in the air to shallow left center field. 3 people give chase, and as it falls in for a base hit, as new left fielder Steve Jasko throws it in. So Conville gets the Elks' 4th hit of the game. And Joe Clancy comes to the plate as the offensive merry-go-round continues here at Stella Terrell. Clancy has kept Jim Norwood busy. He's flied twice to him. Clancy hits one up the middle, just past McIntosh in the center field for a base hit. Conville holds at second as the Elks are taking a run at Dick Reese.
Another big one, Frank. Get it open here.
And Frank Niles heads to the plate. Niles has walked and singled in his 2 plate appearances and has scored 2 runs. As check it, he's 1 for 2. That was the on-deck hitter, Steve Moriarty, who is walked and singled.
Frankie. As
Niles hits it deep to left center field, Durso goes back and has room to make the catch as Conville tags and heads for 3rd. Niles hit it well, but it hung up there for Bob Durso. And 2 down, and Steve Moriarty has come to the Elks from Canton for the tournament. And Steve has shown why the Elks had the faith in picking him. With the 1-for-1 day and scoring 2 runs. And looking to add to it if he can bring in a run here as Reese steps off. As the runner goes, and Moriarty hits it well to left center field, but Durso will have room. 2 long outs in the Elks' 4th inning, and after 3.5, Weymouth 7, North Andover 7. In the bottom of the fourth, the Elks have gone to the bullpen, and they've come out with Mark Bresnahan, who has been warming up for most of the first 3 innings, as Tommy Thurberg leaves after going 3 innings, striking out 1, walking 4, which is unusual for Tom, as it's usually the reverse. Allowed 6 hits and 7 earned runs in the 3 innings, as Bresnahan pitched well towards the end of the season. 2-0, 3 is his ERA, as he gets Glenn McIntosh to swing and miss at that pitch to even the count. Bresnahan struck out 4, struck out 5, walked 4 in 18 innings of pitching, allowed 19 hits. McIntosh with a 1-2 count. He's 1 for 2. He homered his first time up. McIntosh lines one in the right field for a base hit. So Glenn McIntosh starts off the North Andover fourth with a base hit to right. And Bernie Conway, who's had a perfect day so far, he's walked and doubled. North Andover with 7 hits. Has a 1-0 count on Conway. One-0 pitch is skied out of play, as Buchanan will not have a play. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. In the infield, and Ray Bresnahan again fighting what has been a tough sun, and makes the catch. And Dick Reese will be coming to the plate. Reese 1 for 2. He drove in North Andover's 6th run of the game with a double. North Andover scored 5 in the first and 1 in the second and third. Bresnahan throwing over. As the runner goes, and the pitch is shot foul.
All over this guy, 2-1. All over this guy.
Pitch low to Reese. 1 ball and 1 strike on Dick. 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. And the Bresnahan breaking pitch hits the corner 1-2. 1-2 pitch is reached for and chopped in front of the plate. Buchanan's throw is to first base. It's the only play he hit, and with 2 down, McIntosh moves to second. Two down, and Rob Valentino to the plate. 0 for 1 is Valentino, as he looks to pick up McIntosh from second with 2 outs. Valentino fouling it out of play. And if you just joined us on Dimension 36, 7-7. We're in only the fourth inning. As the pitch is lined in the right field, Clancy gives chase and can't get it. As McIntosh will come on to score. As going for three, as the ball skips by and backed up by Bresnahan, as Valentino in North Andover takes an 8-7 lead. A line shot down the line, hit by Rod Valentino, that kept on fading away from Joe Clancy, and by the time Clancy got it to it, McIntosh scored easily, and Valentino hustled to third, and North Andover retakes the lead. It's 8-7. So an RBI triple for Rod Valentino. As Steve Jasko will get his first plate appearance. And the appeal that Valentino missed third, and the plate umpire said he did not.
Don't be afraid to make a call.
0-1 on Jasko. Bresnahan missing 1 ball and 1 strike. Bresnahan puts the slider on the outside corner, 1-2. 1-2 pitch, and Bresnahan catches Jasko looking. North Andover gets another run. After 4, it's 8-7, North Andover. In the Elks' 5th inning, Jack Hall gets set to step in against Dick Reese.
All right, Jackie, let's get it going again here.
As Reese getting ready for his 3rd full inning of work. And Reese putting one on the inside corner, 0-1. Jack Hall singled his last time up, came around the score, as the Elks find themselves down 8-7.
Second.
2-1 on Jack. Former Weymouth South High and Bentley College star, as he watches ball 3 go by. 3-1. The Elks with their 8-9-1 hitters here in the 5th.
That'll be a good one, Jackie.
As Hall hits one in the hole, Conway with a long throw just gets Jack Hall. A strong throw by Bernie Conway, getting Jack Hall, 1 down, and Mike Haney to the plate. As Haney in this game has hit a sacrifice fly and grounded to short. Haney with a bunt, and it skips by to third baseman Rod Valentino, who throws it away, and Haney had beaten the bunt out anyway, so Haney will get down to second on the error by Valentino, and he'll be in scoring position with Jim Moriarty heading to the plate.
Nice throw, buddy. All right. One run here, Red.
Moriarty's been busy so far. He's been hit by a pitch and single and scored a couple of runs. Elks now with 6 hits. As Moriarty takes high. North Andover error, their 4th. As Reese bluffs Haney back. As Moriarty hits it well and deep to left field. And it'll go off the tree as Haney, it'll be ruled a home run as it did clear the fence. And the Elks take an 8-7 lead as the ball just getting over the fence. And Jim Moriarty hits his 13th home run of the year and puts the Elks in front 9-8. As Moriarty teed off on the Reese fastball and just sent it over the left field fence, and the Elks retake the lead. As the ball just hit the fence and the tree area. And you waited for the umpire's signal as everybody was running hot as Bresnahan hits it well to right center as Norwood gives chase and can't get it. And Ray Bresnahan will settle with a double, and the Elks are teeing off on Dick Reese. And all of a sudden, the Elks offense is starting to come to life. As Dick Reese, who had been pitching well, has suddenly become no mystery to the Elks batters. So Billy Buchanan will try to add to the Elks' lead. As Buchanan earlier in this game tripled in 2 runs. As Buchanan hits it up the middle by Conway in the center field for a base hit. Bresnahan will come on to score, and it is now 10-8. As Billy Buchanan drives into his 3rd run of the game. A ground ball just past Conway in the center field. 10-8. Paul DeVerge to the mound. We'll take a break. 10-8 Elks. There was some question whether Paul DeVerge could change pitches. There was some confusion with the umpires. And now the umpire said that no, DeVerge cannot change pitches, as the pitcher will still be Dick Reese, and he'll face Mike Conville, who singled his last time against Reese. And takes high and outside.
Get the one you want, throw it.
After North Andover grabs an 8-7 lead in the bottom of the 4th, the Elks will come back with 3 here in the top of the 5th. As Conville swings and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Buchanan just literally stole Reese blind. As Buchanan in scoring position, Conville will try to pick him up. As Buchanan got a jump and a half, Reese never looked at him as Conville fouls the Reese pitch back. Both North Andover pitchers have been guilty of that. They have yet to look Elks runner back. 9 stolen bases for the Elks in this game. 3-2 on Conville.
All righty, now, good.
3-2 pitch and Conville walks. Conville on first. Buchanan on second. And Paul Saverge to the mound, and that'll be it for Dick Reese as far as the pitching goes. We'll take a break. The Elks lead 10-8 and threatening to add more. The new pitcher is going to be Nick Assar, who moves over from first base to pitch. And the new first baseman will be Dick Reese, as he'll face Joe Clancy for his first batter. Assar taking one inside, 1-0. Clancy 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. As the Elks ended up getting to Dick Reese, who ends up going just 3 innings.
Don't wait on it now, Clancy.
And the runs given up by Reese are unknown. As of now, we'll see the 2 runners on do belong to Reese, as Clancy with a 3-0 count.
That's a big B out here.
Assar walks Clancy to load the bases. Reese walks 3. Conway walks 5. Assar walks his first batter, the 9th. The Elks have 9 hits, and they have also stolen 9 bases in this game as they load the bases.
All right, want him in here now, Frank.
With 1 out, and the Elks' 7th batter this inning is Frank Niles. Niles 1 for 3.
Go to his field now, proceed.
As Assar with a slow curveball, 0-1. Assar played for Roger Williams College
Hold on there, playing good.
during the spring. As Niles hits it in the air to left field, and Jasko will put it away as Buchanan tags and makes it 11-8 Elks. Sacrifice fly, Frank Niles. Scoring Billy Buchanan as Clancy holds at first, Conville holds at second, and Steve Moriarty to the plate. Moriarty, last time up, drilled one to deep left center that was flagged down by Bob Durso. In the inning, though, the Elks teed off on Dick Reese, getting 2 hits but 2 long flyouts. Has a slow curve over the outside corner, 0-1.
Just wait on it, Steve. All right.
Moriarty. Remember those slow pitchers in Little League you wanted to face? You wanted to run up and hit the ball when they lobbed it in? That describes what Steve Moriarty just went through. As Assar, it's not throwing hard enough to really break a window. But he does do the job, striking out Steve Moriarty and getting Frank Niles to fly out. But the Elks come up with 4 and lead, 11-8 after 4.5. In the North Andover 5th inning, Jim Sullivan, the leadoff, being followed by Kamal Assar in the top of the order, and Bob Durso as Mark Bresnahan looks to become the first Elks pitcher to get North Andover a 0 in an inning. The Elks have had a 0 put in their top of the 4th column, but they've scored in all the other innings. And North Andover's had 5, 1, 1, and 1 for their 4 innings. As a 2-1 count on Sullivan, who's 1 for 2 so far. Bresnahan just missing, and the plate umpire stated one thing. He says, just missed. As Bresnahan comes back to run the count full.
Donating a time blow.
Pitch chopped off Mark Bresnahan's glove. Ray Bresnahan will have to hurry and overthrows Mike Conville, and Sullivan will get down to second as Ray Bresnahan had to hurry his throw as it deflected off Mark Bresnahan's glove. So an error on Ray Bresnahan puts Jimmy Sullivan on second with nobody out. And Kamala Sarr will come to the plate, looking to pick up a run. Kamal 1 for 2, struck out his last time. Apologize for the banging here once in a while, as with the heat. That has gotten to a few people in this game, but also has gotten to director Kevin Bell. And I've had to take over the duties, as well as to call the play-by-play. As right now, Bresnahan with a 1-2 count. And now the plate umpire wants to give a warning. I believe the fault of Burridge. Checking a ball coming in from the outfield. Bresnahan gets a Sarr looking for the strikeout. One down. Top of the order, and Bob Durso to the plate. As Durso, 1 for 2. Durso walked his last time up.
All right, take him out of there now, Mark. Get some more runs for you.
Durso fakes the bunt and takes low. Bresnahan pitches hit long and foul down the right field line. As Durso turned on that Bresnahan pitch and unloaded.
Look at it now, Mark. Now we know.
1-1. Durso trying to bunt his way on and misses. 1-2.
Okay, Mark.
1-2 pitch, Durso just getting a piece of it, and the count remains 1-2. One-two pitch is grounded to second, and pass off Bresnahan's glove. Hall picks it up and will not have a play, as it skidded off Ray Bresnahan's glove, and it puts runners on first and third. And again, some minor difficulties. We are having some of the battery power here as Bresnahan struck out Valentino. Jack Delaney with a base hit to left. And the hidden ball trick, the Elks just pull off. Bernie Conway, and I don't believe no timeout had been called, and Conway is tagged out. The Elks pull off the hidden ball trick. As Jack Delaney followed with a base hit at the Valentino, and the Elks pull off the hidden ball trick. And Conway is caught for the second out of the inning.
Get that bat out of there, Lefty.
So Frank Niles and the Elks using the old hidden ball trick, and that could be the biggest play of this inning. As it's hit in the hole, Hall goes the short way to Bresnahan to get Jasko, and the hidden ball trick takes the Elks out of what possibly could have been a damaging inning to them. 11-8 still after 6 innings of play. Top of the 7th inning, and I apologize if I said hidden ball trick. I get caught not fully paying attention as I was trying to fix some equipment, and I wasn't looking up. And everybody around our broadcast location pointed it out to me. I want to thank everybody as I get caught asleep. As Ray Bresnahan leads off and takes the slow curve over for a strike. Ray Bresnahan, 1 for 2, followed by Billy Buchanan and Mike Conville. Bresnahan hits it straight up in the air in the infield. And Valentino nonchalants the Bresnahan pop-up, 1 down. One down, and Bill Buchanan to the plate. Buchanan 2 for 4. Valentino made an adventure of an easy pop-up. Nick Assar has come in and, Camille Assar. And he's just throwing nothing but lollipops up to the plate. And everybody's been trying to murder the ball. And Assar is set down. 6 batters in a row.
Whoa. Whoa.
3-0 on Buchanan. Three and 1 as Buchanan watches one go on the inside corner. The 3-1 pitch is hit well to left field and off the fence as Jasko will play it, and Buchanan will have a double. A sinking line drive as it just hit a couple of feet below, going over the fence, and Billy Buchanan doubles with 1 out to start the Kamala Sa string at 6 in a row. So Buchanan, with his next at-bat, if he can hit a home run, would have the cycle. As Mike Conville comes to the plate. Mike 1 for 2.
Look at it.
Conville off the end of the bat. And Conway has trouble and does not get Conville. It was a slow hit ball that Conway had trouble handling cleanly, and Conville beats it out. So Conville on first, Buchanan on second. One out, and Joe Clancy, who is 1 for 3, be looking to add to the Elks' 3-run lead. And Assar with a good move, almost getting Conville. As Kamal the third, North Andover pitcher. Bernie Conway started a long time ago. Dick Reese came in. It also seems like a long time ago. And now Assar, who is facing the Elks for the second time around. As Clancy walked in his plate appearance against Kamal. As Clancy rockets one in the left field for a base hit. Buchanan will try to score as Jasko's throw comes in and is cut off by Reese, who throws back to try to get Conville and doesn't. But Buchanan scores and makes it 12-8 the Elks. So 3 straight hits, Buchanan, Conville, and Clancy, and the Elks push the lead to 4 at 12-8. As the single by Clancy bringing in Buchanan, and Frank Niles looks to keep the beat going.
There we go. Go see 2 more out there now. Have them in here.
Niles last time up hit a sacrifice fly to score Buchanan. Niles fouls one off.
Down that line, Frank.
A marathon affair. As Sarr is high with the pitch, 1-1 on Frank Niles.
Okay.
Two and one on the Elks player coach. As my score sheets look like a road map of Rhode Island right now. A lot of action as it's 3-1 and Assar within a pitch of loading the bases.
Here we go, Frankie. Here we go. Make them all run out there.
3-1 pitch, and Niles hits it deep to left field. And you can see it go off the fence as it will score 2 runs as Conville and Clancy both score on the long double to left field by Frank Niles, and the Elks lead 14-8. As the line shot by Frank Niles, it kept carrying, and it dipped as it hit just below at the fence, and Niles ends up with a double, and the Elks have exploded for 3 more and lead 14-8. And Steve Moriarty looking to add more. As Moriarty hits a shot, Valentino flags it. And a long throw to get Steve Moriarty. Valentino feeling the hot shot by Steve Moriarty, and Jack Hall to the plate. Hall, 1 for 3.
Just wait on it and need it, Juggy. That's the
14-8, the Elks. Hall chops one foul. And you wonder how long Nassar is going to stay in there. And the answer from the bench is forever. As Hall chops one, it's going to be a tough play for Conway, who just does make it to get Jack Hall. Elks add 3, and after 6 1/2 innings, they lead 14-8.
If your new attitude means a total fitness program for yourself or your family, it's the New England Fitness Center, 969 Washington Street in East Weymouth. New England Fitness offers a full line of exercise equipment and free weights for people of all ages. Whether you want to bulk up or tone up, their exercise, aerobics, or karate schedules will fit into your daily schedule. Yes, in no time you'll be saying, when you see the private lockers, steam sauna, whirlpools, handicap accessibility, and free babysitting services for moms and dads during the week. Open 7 days. New England Fitness Center has senior citizen and corporate group rates too. Come in and sign up. We're on Route 53, right next to Whitman.
And we push on to the 7th inning as Kamala Starr hits Mark Bresnahan's first pitch to left field, and Mike Haney puts it away. Starr now 1 for 4 on the day, going after Haney's first pitch. 1 out. Top of the order, and Bob Durso to the plate. This has been a wild, crazy game. Very few things have been missing from this game. And the Elks hold on, and if you just joined us, to their 14-8 lead. They play the Easton Lawrence winner. And we have more Elks action through the month of August on Dimension 36 in the State Stam Usual playoffs and how well they do. As that's grounded up the middle in the center field for a base hit for Durso. And the Cardinals have 12 hits. And Ken Greer, with that base hit, gets up and starts to loosen out down the right field line. As Jimmy Norwood, 0 for 4. The longest game in a long time here on Dimension 36 for baseball. As Bresnahan with a 2-1 count. As that is flared in the right field for a base hit, Norwood gets in the hit column. As Clancy will try to get Durso, and Clancy's throw skips into the seats, and Durso will go down on the score. And being given third base will be Norwood, so it will be a single and an error on the throw. And Jim Norwood ends up at third, and it's now 14-9. As around and around we go. 23 runs in this game. And Conville makes the play, and here comes the runner for the plate, and the double play as Norwood took the gamble on the Glenn McIntosh grounder and came up empty, but North Andover does get a run, and they trail 14-9 after 7. And Mike Haney getting set to face Kamal Assar in the Elks' 8th inning. Breaking pitch outside, 1-0. Haney is 1 for 3 with an RBI. As North Andover, last 2 innings against Mark Bresnahan, has had a run and 5 hits, and some shaky base running has taken them out of big innings.